Eyeballs and head jokes.
Welcome back to episode 169 of our Pokes and Head Show. 69. Anyways, we're here with Koola, of course, myself, Mr. Alex 75, or Mr. Alex, whatever. I don't know what I'm doing right now. Did the rum hit me that fast? I don't know. We have Tevin, the Destroyer, and we have Lil E Langston. This Jamaican rum is pretty fucking
Tevin's the one that looks like a bear laying down right now.
Yeah, just a tired bear. Anyway, so like this weekend we have shit coming up this weekend. We have two pay-per-view events. We actually have UFC 249 and we have Money in the Bank that's taking place on top of the roof of the WWE corporate building. So in Stanford apparently. So
we can go over there and watch live, can we?
It's recorded.
I know.
Yeah.
It's pre-recorded. I know. I wish it wasn't.
So like we were just talking about UFC before we actually started the podcast and whatnot, and I'm looking at the card, and the card, like I was looking at the main card originally, and I was like, oh, it's not that bad, but then I kept hearing from like other people like, yo, it's a stacked card, blah blah, and I'm like, what are y'all talking about? Like this, it's a decent card with the main card, but also I didn't look at the prelims that are going to be on ESPN Plus. And it's a pretty good fucking card. Now I understand what people were getting at. So to start off with the prelims, I can't see what y'all are doing.
I can't help the fact that he's fucking rolling right now.
Oh, whatever, man.
I was not expecting that.
It's 2020. What the fuck?
Exactly.
It's legal. You are where it's legalized. You're right.
Exactly. So. Yeah, we have a stacked fucking card starting with the prelims. We have Uriah Hall versus Ronaldo Souza. Then we have Carla Esparza versus Michelle Watterson. Alexei Olenek versus Fabrizio Verdum. And Anthony Pettis versus Donald Cerrone. I'd say that's
really knocked Pettis all the way down.
He lost his last two fights.
They really, yeah, he did. Like
that prelim card alone could be a pay-per-view card.
Absolutely, 100%. Agree.
If not, at best, a fight night card, like the main card.
Yeah, I agree. Like it. So that's what like a lot of people were telling me. Like I didn't like I said, I didn't fully understand why like people were saying like it's a stacked card. I can't wait to see it. But then once you see it, just what you said, like you pretty much have two cards on one. They did a WWE technically, where they did it obviously so people could tune in, so people could buy the pay-per-view and all that stuff and whatnot. Because like they're not that they're hurting for money, but they're trying to make the money back. You have two big ass cards in one, and you're gonna see a lot of fights, a lot of quality fights, hopefully. And like I think I don't know much about
recorded.
What? Nah, this is gonna happen live.
They're smart.
He ain't fucking around. Like he wants that shit live because
pay-per-view.
Because like
I'm with it. I like it.
I think it's happening in Florida, right?
Jacksonville.
Yeah, Jacksonville. Fucking Jacksonville is like for everyone apparently now.
Florida and Georgia.
Fucking Florida and Georgia, they're gonna fuck us over anyways. But no, so like it just looks like a stacked card. Who do y'all think is gonna win like in the prelims at least? Like you have Uriah Hall, Ronaldo Souza, Carla Esparza, Michelle Watterson, Alexei. Like I really don't care who wins. I just want to see good fights. I haven't seen a good fight in quite some time. So I hope they're all hungry and they were all training as well as they could train. But at the same time, like, I just want to see I want to see a really good card starting with the prelims. Like, yeah, you have the early prelims. Not a lot of people watch them, but you know what? You have some knockouts or some like fights of the night or like round of the night that happen in the earlier prelims, which is only 6 people that I've never really heard of. But yeah, like I hope the prelim leads to the main card, which the prelim will meet. You know what I mean? But so apparently we have
former. Is out.
I know, right? We have former NFL defensive end Greg Hardy going up against Jorgen De Castro, Jeremy Stevens versus Calvin Qatar, Francis Ngannou versus Jairzinho wow, where'd you get that name? Jairzinho Rosenstruck has to be Brazilian. Has to be with the NHO at the end. Has to be Brazilian or some type of Portuguese. Then we have Henry Cejudo versus Dominic Cruz and Tony Ferguson versus Justin Gaethje. Good card. We all know that UFC 249 was supposed to be Ferguson versus Khabib. Unfortunately, because of the coronavirus pandemic, like he pulled out of the card, and this is what we got now. So I still think it's a stacked card. Like, what going from Greg Hardy? What do you think? Like, who do you think's gonna win, Greg Hardy or Jorgen De Castro?
I'm always gonna hope Greg Hardy gets knocked the fuck out.
Same. Okay, so why is he the quote unquote kill?
Do you not know?
Do you not know what he's like?
Are you serious, bro?
For real? He beat the shit out of his wife while he was in the NFL.
Girlfriend.
That's why.
Okay.
Girlfriend. He beat the shit out of her, dude. Like,
and then he basically paid her off or scared her off or some shit like that. She was supposed to testify against him, and like I guess the day of, she like no showed or some shit like that. Or it came out that they came to an agreement, a settlement, basically.
Yep.
All right, so let's
like everybody
his ass whooped.
He gets his ass whooped. Like,
and I'm sure
it was
actually
felony. It was he beat her so bad it was like a felony. Well,
yeah.
Assault and battery. That way there's no slander because he was acquitted.
And then even at one point he claimed to have said like she was like coming at him too. Which
I mean, look, I don't have to edit this out because this is all in public knowledge. This is a public forum. So like whatever people want to say, hey, cool. Like I personally, just based off of what happened off of the stories, that I'm inclined to believe the female at this point. Like, I hope he gets knocked the fuck out. I'm sorry. I hope he does. It's that simple. Like I could really care less about editing this out. Like it's
okay. Well, but, I was somewhat unaware of, because I know of the story, I just didn't remember him per se. So, or I didn't remember the name. I just knew that it was a incident with multiple incidents. But I know that I know of the incident with the ex NFL player. So,
gotcha. I mean, to be fair, there's a lot of ex NFL players that have kind of done the same thing. Honestly,
well, ex NFL player that's now UFC.
Well, yeah, fair enough. Yeah. So we have Jeremy Stevens and Calvin Kattar. I really haven't seen both of them like that, but I hope we get a good fight.
I haven't seen Kattar. I'm not really sure who he is, but Jeremy Stevens is a bad motherfucker.
I heard he's a banger. Like I heard he's good.
You know,
good.
That should be one of the sound bites that you should get from the Ultimate Fighter. The dude that goes like, "Let me bang, bro."
I thought he wanted Ricky Martin's. She bangs. I thought you wanted the Ricky Martin. She bangs. Like I'm like, why the fuck would you want
William
that?
Hung and William
Hung. That guy actually does bare knuckle fighting now. You know that's a
William Hung.
Huh?
William Hung does bare.
I'm talking about the guy I was talking about.
I was about to say.
Gotcha. God, that motherfucker. Talk about career change. Like Jesus Christ. After that, we have Francis Ngannou versus Jairzinho. So Francis Ngannou is still the number 2 ranked heavyweight in the world. He's going up against the number 6 ranked heavyweight. The last time he went for a championship match wasn't the best. Fucking DC ran circles around him. Practically played.
Oh, it wasn't DC. It was
It wasn't DC.
Miocic.
It was this dude. Yeah,
Miocic.
Yeah, Miocic just ran circles around, and then after that was the DC fight. Miocic just ran circles around him, just toyed with him, and like not even toyed with him. He just whooped his ass in every fucking facet of the game. Because Francis Ngannou at the end of the day, he's a striker. He likes a punch. He likes to get in your face and knock motherfuckers out. That's what he was well known for. That's why everybody was so pissed when we got the Francis Ngannou and Yoel Romero fight, I think. No, that wasn't Yoel Romero. It was somebody else. Everybody was so pissed about it. Look at you fucking remembering. And you like just rolled up and shit too. Just like, yeah, it was such a fucking trash fight that nothing happened. And hopefully like I want to see two big boys go at it, man. I want to see them whoop each other's asses, like, and not like to the point where like it becomes dangerous or anything, but like I think at this point, because it's been 6-7 weeks, almost 7 weeks actually, that we haven't seen an MMA fight. Like I'm just like itching to see somebody get fucked up or or just at least have a good fight going.
Back and forth, yeah.
This whole card is going to be the first card, like the first live event in America. So I'm pretty sure these fighters have that extra motivation to put on a great fight or put on a show, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. After that, we have Henry Cejudo, the bantamweight champion, versus Dominic Cruz. That's going to be a good fight. Henry Cejudo won it off DJ, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
He
won the
was
flyweight belt off of DJ.
Off of DJ, right.
But he beat Marlon Moraes for the vacant title after TJ Dillashaw tested positive and had to vacate.
Right. So, which one's higher? I hate the block. Which one's higher? Bantamweight or flyweight?
Bantamweight.
Bantam's higher? Okay, gotcha.
Bantam's 135, flyweight's 125.
Gotcha. I would say there's some little ass dudes, but they will fuck you up regardless. Henry Cejudo, he's a fucking beast. He's a beast.
Olympic gold medalist.
Yeah, he's a fucking savage. Like I didn't expect him to beat Mighty Mouse when he did, but when he did, I was like, okay. I was like, all right.
But it was his second time.
It was. You're absolutely right.
Mighty Mouse beat him the first time in like 30 seconds with a overshot.
Ugh. Oh my god, that's painful.
Yeah, that would hurt.
And you can only imagine because that's fucking speed.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's speed and power, but both going hand in hand is definitely going to put you down.
E equals MC squared, man. Mass times acceleration. Like that's just gonna get you if it's fast enough. Even if it's not like hard enough, if it gets you right in the perfect spot and you don't expect it, you're gone. After that, we have the lightweight interim title bout: Tony Ferguson versus Justin Gaethje. We all know El Cucuy. We all know what he's capable of. We all know why we wanted the fight with him against which was technically the actual super fight instead of between him and Khabib. Because even though I did say that that the Khabib and McGregor fight was a super fight, this is more of a super fight. Or it was supposed to be more of a super fight because just based off of like how dominant Tony Ferguson is. But Justin Gaethje, I've seen him fight. He's no pushover either. He fucking bangs as well. And I expect this to be a good fight. The only thing is I don't understand why it's a interim title bout. Like I understand the reason for it, but at the same time, it's just like, just call it the number one contender match. You know what I mean? Like, because that's really what it is.
Well, I who's the official champion though? Like if he's
Khabib.
Yeah, but
he can't leave Russia.
That's
yeah.
I don't
so until he can leave Russia.
Well,
I don't think there's any flights out from Russia.
I don't know. I'm not entirely sure.
Too cold to fight out there.
Plus, but anyway, he's going through Ramadan right now, so
yeah, exactly, and that's what it mainly is. Like he wouldn't be able to like really train and be at his peak. So like that's one of the things that that was thing. So I get the reason for wanting to have an interim champion, but at the same time, it's just like just call it what it is. Just call it the number one contender. Wow,
I think it's a scheme.
It is a scheme.
It's a plan. I mean, the point is, you have the interim champion. Khabib's away. He's on Ramadan religious hiatus. Gaethje and Ferguson fight. Winner fights McGregor. Hopefully McGregor wins. That's how quick you set up Khabib McGregor.
Part 2.
Yeah.
Fair. That's fair. But if that was the case, that would have originally been the thing. You would have had Ferguson and Khabib go at it. Not Ferguson and Khabib. Ferguson and McGregor go at it first, and then whoever wins out of that against Khabib. But I honestly think like that's honestly the best path forward. I agree with you on that, like in terms of like booking and everything. But yeah, it's gonna be an interesting fight. It's gonna be an interesting card. Like I said, I'm just waiting to see it at this point. Like, is there gonna be a fucking crowd too?
No.
Okay, good.
There shouldn't be.
There shouldn't be, but knowing Florida,
Jacksonville, yeah,
knowing Florida. But yeah, I think that's it for the main. I mean, anybody have any like last thoughts on the UFC 249 card or?
No. Any other time, I'd be holding on.
Yeah, you'd be talking your ass off for no reason, but yeah. Okay, cool. So I guess we can move on to the WWE Money in the Bank 2020 matches. Like you said before we started, they have 6.
Oh yeah, it's only
at
6
the moment.
matches.
At the moment, it's only 6 matches.
It's only because half. I'm guessing half of the roster on each show, or 3
doesn't
shows,
want to do it. Yeah,
doesn't want to do it. Plus, they have what about 25, 50 layoffs or furloughs.
Yeah,
so it's understandable. It should.
I mean, they do have like half, everybody competing anyway.
Yeah,
pretty much. I mean, So I'm looking at CBS's because I always tend to look at CBS's like card. Like they have predictions. Like they have predicted that there's going to be a Raw Tag Team Championship match, obviously, which is probably going to be set up tonight for Saturday. So probably the Street Profits versus the Viking Raiders. Don't really know why they would, other than to just like defend the titles, because I'm still not sold on the Street Profits. And then Intercontinental Championship.
They're not that bad. They're pretty dope.
I didn't say they're bad. I said I'm not sold on them. There's 2 different things.
I know that, but like,
what you can't change my mind.
I'm not trying to change your mind now. When was the last time you've seen a match of theirs?
When they won it, which again, they're good. I've seen them when they were in NXT. Did you watch them in NXT?
Not as much.
No, exactly. I watched them when they were in NXT, and I know they're good. I know they're talented.
The pay-per-view matches are pretty good, or really good actually. Their Raw matches are even better, as far as I believe.
I'm just not sold on them just getting shot up practically out of nowhere. Not even out of nowhere in terms of like, because they were on the scene, just not wrestling. They were just back. They were just in the back.
Yeah,
the whole time.
You
out of nowhere
of them hosting
championship match, and you're just like,
you don't like the fact that they're pretty much just the Raw host, and then they get a title shot out of nowhere.
I don't know. Yeah,
I get that.
That's my biggest issue. So like, if you would have built it, fine. If you would have given me a slew of matches, which like I said, I've seen them on NXT, so I know that they're good. But if I would have gotten like at least 3 or 4 matches leading up to,
you know what's funny? Because I like them too, but I don't like them that much to even defend them. So it's like you're going too hard, but I understand what you're saying. But I do like them.
So apparently they might have the Intercontinental Championship match, Sami Zayn versus Drew Gulak. That would be a good match, actually. Sami Zayn versus.
I feel like that could surprise a lot of people.
If that's one of the matches that they put up there,
that might be one of the better ones.
Yeah.
That would be an awesome match, actually, because we got the Drew Gulak and Daniel Bryan match, and that was one of the better matches I've seen from Daniel Bryan in like the last 2 years, probably.
Since his return, yeah.
Not excluding
AJ Styles.
Well, that one and the one with Kofi, obviously.
What about the one with him and Brock?
Too much. By that point, I was already tired of the David and Goliath shit because it happened with like 7 other people before him. So I was just like, whatever. Not to say that it wasn't a good match. It was a good match. I think we all watched it in Legends, but like for the most part, like I was just like, I was like, I'm over it. I'm over seeing the David and Goliath shit. But yeah, no, I think this will be a good match if it happens on the Intercontinental title. And plus, you got to put the Intercontinental title up there at least. Like everything should be a championship match and the two Money in the Bank matches. So like what we have confirmed is SmackDown Tag Team Championship match, New Day versus Forgotten Sons versus The Miz and John Morrison and the Lucha House Party.
I have no idea who the Forgotten Sons are, and please do not even try to tell me.
They've actually been like generating quite buzz lately on SmackDown too, because they actually beat, if I'm not mistaken, they beat New Day last week, right?
I think they jumped them.
Yeah, they still won.
I don't know if they had a fight or not, but I know they jumped them in the ring while Miz and Morrison snuck out.
Got it.
Or maybe just I don't know.
I mean, it says coming off of the Suns pinning the New Day and
what is that?
Lucha House Party defeating Miz and Morrison on consecutive episodes. So, like, I'm guessing just because they're all intertwined, might as well just fucking toss them together. After that, we have the SmackDown Women's Championship, Bayley versus Tamina. I don't care. Moving on, we have the Universal Championship match, Braun Strowman versus Bray Wyatt. Too early, but I wouldn't be upset if they pulled the plug on Braun Strowman after only having it for a month as an interim, kind of like what they did with Jay White. Remember when he won it initially, and he lost it to what's
Okada?
to Tanahashi.
Yeah.
So I feel like it might be something similar to that.
Well, remember, it's Braun versus Bray Wyatt, not The Fiend.
You're right. That is you're right. I didn't really pay attention to that part because it would have said
blowing bubbles up there.
Bray Wyatt. After that, we have the WWE Championship match, Drew McIntyre versus Seth Rollins. I hope he beats the shit out of Seth Rollins because Seth Rollins just annoys me at this point. And whenever I hear this name Seth Rollins, like a vein in my neck bulges, and I'm just like, I'm tired of him.
Why?
Because Kobe Lopez is annoying.
Like, I'm not even gonna lie. I prefer him as a heel, and that's what he is at this point right now.
He's always been good as a heel. He's always been good as a heel. I'm not gonna ever take that away from him. Like when he first turned on the Shield, I was like, huh. I was like, smart. But then after that, I'm just like, he always just sounds like he's whining when he's trying to talk. And it's just like, that's not. I think that's what it really is. Like
he's trying to make you believe. He's trying to make you believe, and it is whining. So what?
Yeah, but he sounds like, even if he's not whining, he just sounds like he's whining. Like
it's the Triple H effect.
Performing wise, no, Triple H doesn't sound like he's fucking whining. I'm talking about his voice, not his fucking. I'm talking about his voice.
This bullshit. Triple H was whining. He was whining. 2000.
Bro, I'm talking about his pitch, tone, and voice.
You just don't like.
That's what I'm specifically talking about. Everything else, like he could. His promos are fine. It's just the actual pitch and tone of his voice throws it off. He just sounds like this when he's talking, and I'm just like, why? I can't. Like, at least Triple H, if he was whining and whatever.
So you want him to go smoke a couple of packs of Newport.
No, Batman. I don't care. Like, I don't know, but that's the thing. I just can't. It throws me off of everything, and like, it works when he's a baby face. Like, it works when that happens because he's like, oh, I gotta beat these people, and I'm like, all right, fine, I'll let it slide. But when you're a fucking heel, it's just like, I can't get behind it.
I get exactly what you're saying. I don't like the whining in any capacity. I would rather him stop trying to speak in a certain type of tone. Like he needs to. That's what he needs to change. He needs to talk more like Jake the Snake, like his type of promos where it's just like
he needs to be like,
you're gonna listen.
He needs to be like Chris Jericho in 2008.
What? Yeah.
That's when he was a heel. Remember, he used to talk very low pitched.
Yeah.
Because he wanted the fans to listen and understand his promos.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Yeah. Yeah. You're gonna listen to me. I'm not trying to get you. I've been here for X amount of years. I'm a top player. You're gonna pay attention to everything I have to say. That's the exact type of tone that he should have when he speaks.
Put some respect on my fucking name.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. Like he should be like, because at this point he should have that aura about him. Like, yo, I've been here for a while. I've been doing it at a high level for a while. Like, yeah,
he was trying to.
In a way, we kind of have that with the Monday Night Messiah.
He's just not. It just doesn't exuding him when he speaks. So you're right, Tev. We do have that, and he's been that for a while. When he says he's the best wrestler in the world, and he's going back and forth with Will Ospreay, like he has that. He has that.
Will Ospreay will run circles around him.
Did you see how big he's gotten? Will Ospreay is fucking big now, but he has
That's what she said. Anyway,
shut up. But yeah, Seth has that. He has that. He just needs to put the tone to match with it, and it's not matching.
That's what doesn't sell me on the whole Monday Night Messiah shit. And secondly, that fucking name, Monday Night Messiah, is the dumbest fucking thing in the world. Either way, I think that's what it is. It's a combination of the dumbass fucking name and the, of course, it's fucking creative on Vince. And it's just the tone. Like, if you were to switch up the tone, I would probably be like, all right, I could deal with the name if we were to switch up the tone.
So I've won that argument.
You didn't win any argument.
I know.
There was no argument. Anyway.
Well, yeah. You just proved my point either way. That's all I'm saying. But
what point?
The point that he needs to change his...
I was complaining about tone the whole time. You thought I was...
the next match?
I know.
Thank you.
Next.
Women's Money in the Bank. So apparently, this is the thing. Apparently, the Money in the Bank matches are supposed to be going on at the same time from rumors that I've read and heard. Like, I don't know exactly if they're going to be, like, panning between fucking matches. I don't know. But, like, they said it's supposed to be taking place at the same time.
It's going to be split screen.
If it is, then I don't know why they're doing it. But either way, we have the Women's Money in the Bank match. We have Asuka, Shayna Baszler, Nia Jax,
Shayna Baszler's going to win.
Lacey Evans and Carmella in the match.
I feel like Dana Brooke could come out.
Wait, hold on. You can't say shit about Shayna Baszler this week. No, just shut the fuck up when it comes to her. Everybody else is fine.
I love her fierce makeup.
No. So it's gonna be an interesting match. I think they have a decent amount of players in the Money in the Bank match.
Well, we don't know who's going to be in the men's one yet. But as far as
the men's, we have Daniel Bryan and Aleister Black, Rey Mysterio, King Corbin, Otis, and to be determined.
I like Otis in there.
Determined could be AJ Styles.
Could be.
I see that.
Might as well use him at this point, because boys are gone for now. So you might as well just like throw him a bone, like, yo, fam.
A bone from the boneyard?
I know you're mad, but yeah, exactly. Look at you.
E, don't do that.
Oh, I just bit my tongue.
Oh, wow. You haven't even talked.
I'm chewing gum.
Yeah, that's what you're doing. But yeah, so like, we could just run through this shit. Like, who do you think's gonna win the SmackDown Tag Team Championship match?
I think
honestly, I won't be surprised if Forgotten Sons win.
Who the fuck are the Forgotten Sons?
I don't know. I don't know. They just came from NXT.
It's like a 3-man team from NXT. It's like
the New Day, the White Day.
Basically,
because there are 3 people who were forgotten.
I think
I'm looking this up right now, and I have no idea who the fuck these guys are.
Yeah, and they've been in NXT for a long time, but have they ever had the NXT tag titles?
Yeah. Why didn't they put Eric Young in this shit?
They released him.
Prior to releasing him. I mean,
he was Sanity.
They broke up Sanity like fucking a year ago.
Eons ago, bro.
They didn't break them up. They just never utilized them.
No, they broke them up. Like, legit broke them up a while ago.
Because Killian Dane went back to the UK.
I didn't notice that.
NXT. Okay. Did he go back to UK or NXT?
UK.
NXT UK.
Okay, yeah. So, he went back to...
You're right. I forgot about that.
Up there? E, what's going on?
I drew blood.
Drew blood?
You hate the gum that much? What is going on?
Oh, nigga, I don't know.
All right.
After that, we have... So, who do you think's going to win, E?
You said it was Ms. Morris, New Day, Forgotten Sons, and Lucha House Party?
Yeah.
I think Ms. and Morris retain. Forgotten Sons are two.
The New Day are the champions.
Yeah,
New Day's champions?
Yeah.
They won it at the triple threat ladder match at Mania.
No,
they won on SmackDown.
Yeah, they went on SmackDown.
SmackDown.
Yeah. Either way, stupid decision. I think that the Lucha House Party is going to win.
I was kind of leaning towards that a little bit. Like,
no.
Honestly, I want to see either of those two teams win. I want to see a new team just to add to the tag team. Depth of the tag.
At this point, they can make those dumb moves. They can make those dumb moves because they got no crowd.
Yeah, you have carte blanche until whenever the fuck we have crowd. So I agree with you wholeheartedly on that. Either Lucha House Party or anybody but the New Day, pretty much. You know, like at this point to win.
I didn't realize that the New Day is 10-time tag champions. I did not realize that until we was talking to fucking Wilkins.
They did just on SmackDown alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Then we have the SmackDown Women's Championship match. Bayley or Tamina. I can't see Tamina winning. Like, I mean,
come on.
Sasha's gonna cost Tamina.
Yeah, because they're building towards Sasha versus Bayley.
But this is when Sasha turns on Bayley.
Maybe, but if that was the case, it would have happened at WrestleMania. So I don't see any point of it happening at Money in the Bank, honestly.
Maybe it's really one of those long feuds or long build-ups they could invest in.
Hopefully, absolutely.
They've been building on this since 2016.
That's fine. I'm all for that.
They could start to build towards SummerSlam.
Survivor Series is more likely at this point.
Yeah.
Because Survivor Series is when you'd more likely have less restrictions on crowds and shit. So
and a crowd.
Depending on how it happens, because fucking
they're probably planning for Sasha to have her WrestleMania moment. She hasn't had it yet. She hasn't had that moment yet.
She's the only one of the four that haven't. Yeah. So I agree with that one. That's you smart.
That would be smart, and I would not be opposed to seeing another 4 horsewomen have the title for a year.
I wouldn't mind a fucking fatal 4-way between the 4 of them.
Yeah, I think that's what we're waiting for.
That would be nice.
And I think that would be the smartest thing for them to do. Maybe not this year coming up, but like maybe in 2 years. Because like, let's not forget, even though she couldn't defend the fucking championship for her life against
Ronda.
No.
You're talking about Sasha?
Charlotte, yeah. She is a 4-time Raw champion. Mm-hmm. Like she is a 4-time.
That all plays a part into the story. I could even see the promo video going now. Like, you can't win the big one. Look at all your colleagues that have came up from NXT. They've gotten way ahead of you. They've defended the championship well. That could be her defining moment.
And then she actually wins the biggest one. Yeah.
And she wins at WrestleMania, defends it for a good while,
Yeah, I agree. That could be that's a good route forward. Universal Championship match: Braun Strowman versus Bray Wyatt. As you pointed out, it's only Bray Wyatt, not the Fiend. So I guess,
and it's not the Fiend Bray Wyatt either.
I have to say that eventually the Fiend won't win it down the road.
He will or he won't?
Not to say that he won't.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But like, they just need Bray Wyatt to fuck with somebody for the time being, because I'm pretty sure he was supposed to fuck with Roman Reigns, but reasons, So,
I like that Roman is sticking to his guns and not wrestling during this time.
Yo, fuck Vince. I don't care what anybody has to like. If you got like
why do you have to always go against my guy Vince?
Because the thing is, he has leukemia, and that means a compromised immune system. Yeah, he shouldn't be anywhere near fucking people. So Vince could go. But
his new baby. So this is my thing. I don't think it's a Vince thing. I think it's just him wanting to be on vacation and be safe at the same time. Like,
what's wrong with it?
Does he not deserve that?
That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying is I don't think it's a Vince thing. And like I said,
it is a Vince thing.
I like that he sticks to his guns either way.
And it's a Vince thing if Vince tells everybody not to mention Roman Reigns, don't bring him up on TV, don't bring him up on social media, and all this stuff.
Like, you don't need somebody else to put everyone else over. He's not going to be there. Don't utilize him.
Either way.
But yeah, Braun and Bray, I think Braun is going to retain with some goofy ass way because it's Bray and not Bray the Fiend or just the Fiend. I don't know.
I can see Bray just walking out, just like leaving. Yeah.
I could see like Braun, like being on the verge of winning. Then the lights go out,
and he turns into the Fiend.
Out. He turns into the Fiend, causes disqualification because it's not Bray Wyatt, it's the Fiend.
I can see that too.
No, because it is the fucking Bray Wyatt. Because when they had the chance to make that, when they had the chance to make that distinction, when they first actually made that distinction, when he first came out, it was just the Fiend, and then it was Bray Wyatt, and then it was the Fiend Bray Wyatt. I'm like, you had to keep them as separate entities, like Cactus Jack and
Dude Love.
Yeah, like, they were all separate.
I like it. I like the fact that it's 3 versions of Bray. It's Bray. It's Bray Wyatt
versions, dude.
There's just Bray Wyatt, and then there's a Fiend.
It could have been 3
separate.
Yeah.
Than Bray Wyatt, right? That's what we're all agreeing on.
Yeah, that's all it is. They're at 2 right now.
Exactly, because when they had a contract signing for Hell in a Cell between him and Seth Rollins, he signed the contract as the Fiend.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, he signed it as the Fiend Bray Wyatt. That's what counts as the Fiend now. Not just.
But if he's going into,
I'm taking that as a third entity.
That's just Bray Wyatt.
That's why I'm saying I see it as 3 entities. Whether they use it like that or not, they can. Whether they want to, it's an option. I'm not saying it's an option that they will.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
I get what it's just an option that they have. It's an option that they have whether they utilize it or not, but it's there. Yeah. So what the next match?
Money in the Bank Women's, Asuka, Shayna Baszler, Nia Jax, Dana Brooke, Lacey Evans, and Carmella.
For some reason, I feel like Dana Brooke could come out and win that. They need someone new.
Over Shayna after losing?
If it's not Dana Brooke, it's going to be Lacey Evans.
Yes.
I feel like it's one of those 2, honestly.
I want Asuka to win.
Nia has had her moment. I feel like to put Shayna in that position already. I mean, yeah, maybe.
Don't do that. Don't do that to me. that's my area. Don't do that to me, E. They're not doing that on this side. But I don't know. Yeah, like I agree with you, Tev. Like it'd be too early to put Shayna in that position. But at the same time, wouldn't it be too early to put Lacey in that position as well?
No,
because
she's been on the main card for over 1.5 years already.
Those walkouts,
even though the first 5 months are walkouts, I agree. I complained about that for a while. But after that, like,
did she?
She did as well. Yeah,
couple of matches.
Nah, she was in NXT for a while, actually.
Yeah, a couple of months rather.
But nah, man, I could see it being Lacey Evans, because Carmella already won it once. Yeah. Maybe Asuka because Asuka won the Royal Rumble, right? But she didn't win the championship.
They could give her that, yeah.
They could give her the money.
Not gonna lie, she's been killing it as a heel.
They killing me.
Asuka, hell yeah. So you might as well
So I won't be mad if she won it either.
Yeah. So I see it between Asuka, Lacey Evans, and Dana Brooke. But I can understand the reasoning for Shayna Baszler winning it.
She's gonna win. She's gonna win.
She most likely is. Absolutely. But I would rather have one of the other.
Somebody's gonna take a gut punch while she runs up the fucking ladder.
Yeah. Then we have the men's Money in the Bank. Daniel Bryan versus Aleister Black, Rey Mysterio, King Corbin, Otis,
That's my pick.
To be determined. Otis?
No,
I want Otis to win. Fuck King Corbin. Otis is the GOAT. Otis needs to win.
Otis can't get on the ladder.
Win, but I agree with
neither can Nia Jax, but she's still in the match.
I would love to see Otis win, but honestly, I feel like he needs the power move.
Okay, I completely forgot about Nia Jax.
I would go with Aleister Black for this one. Actually, him finally. I want Otis to win, but logically for me, I would go with Aleister Black.
I feel like he's the favorite.
Like, put him up. Like, he always has good matches when he's up, when he has his matches, and give him something meaningful, give him something to carry, like, and have him, because honestly speaking, he's a real threat wrestling wise in the ring. So, bless you.
And those
to have somebody.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Those promos are going to be insane if he wins that Money in the Bank match.
Alistair?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm not saying no. I can see it being really, really dope, but
it's the right move. But I think Corbin's gonna win.
Even though he doesn't
killing it as a heel with this whole King Corbin accent.
Wait, didn't he win it once and then just cashed in and fucking lost?
Because he made the dumb mistake of speaking.
We don't talk about
or
that.
Something like that in an interview.
We don't talk about that.
No, motherfucker, we talk about it.
It was John Cena.
He doesn't deserve. He don't deserve to win it. Period.
Yes, that's the fuck he does.
He wasted it once already.
Yeah, he lost to Jinder.
The fucking Jinder.
Because of Cena.
Who gives a fuck? He still lost.
Jinder. It was Jinder Mahal. He back too.
So I saw a post randomly on Instagram. They're like, if 2020 had a champion, it would be Jinder Mahal. I was like, oh shit. I was like, god damn. I was like, you know what? You're not entirely wrong, but I was just like, god damn. I was like, I forgot to say.
They give that man no credit. He worked his ass off to get back in the
He worked his ass off. He did, but it's Jinder.
Yeah.
Right now, that's my.
I want Aleister Black to win. Who do you think, Tubbs?
I want Jinder to be.
I definitely want to see Aleister Black. It's about time.
What about you, E?
I want Aleister Black. I mean, yeah. No, I want Otis, but I think it's gonna be Corbin.
I want Otis, but I think it's gonna be Aleister. I think it's his time to actually do it.
We all want Otis, but we know it's gonna be either one of the two.
Otis
the big boy Reign ride the hot hand for one fucking time.
I mean, it all depends on who that last mystery person is.
Yeah,
let's say if it is AJ Styles. If it is AJ Styles, that changes everything, and when he's on AJ.
Yeah, absolutely.
What if that last man is Jinder?
It could be.
It could be.
I'm only saying that because they've been utilizing him in the recent.
I don't like Jinder. I've never liked Jinder.
Okay, that's my guy.
I know. That's why
every whack guy is your guy. We know.
How about this?
Shinsuke.
He's been quiet. He's been,
and that's exactly how
he's down with.
Who knows? This could be his.
He's more of a secondary character right now.
Yeah, he's just chilling now, bro.
You know,
he's not. Aren't all
he's
of these
chilling,
people
collecting the money?
Right everyone now being secondary character.
I would put Cesaro in there.
Everyone
Cesaro
in this ladder match. Everyone in this ladder match is secondary.
No?
What'd you say?
Vince has made it clear he does not want to push Cesaro.
Why?
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's
why.
had so many opportunities, and he just hasn't pulled the trigger.
And it's fucking, it irks me.
They even paired him with Heyman for 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Cesaro is a fucking beast. I don't know why they just don't go with him.
Because he's already he's somewhat established outside of WWE, and that's the Vince thing. You can't be already established outside of WWE. You have to be
homegrown.
You have to be homegrown. Look at Corbin. Look at Otis.
I mean,
AJ Styles a fucking year-long title reign, bro.
The
not 100% all the time. It has to be that way, but that's the Vince way.
You're making no sense right now.
The mystery person could also be Samoa Joe.
But he would have pulled that trigger a year and a half ago too. So
there's going to be a whole bunch of people who can't.
Because the thing is, anybody who we name in there is most likely from outside of WWE, regardless. So that makes it more difficult.
Yeah, everyone is pretty much everyone on in this match is he's chilling at home with.
Yeah,
I will say this though: if that last person, that mystery person, wins the Money in the Bank, I feel like Aleister Black will win the Royal Rumble.
That's fair.
I don't see nothing happening with Aleister Black if he doesn't win this.
Why?
Because after a while, you're going to ask yourself, maybe to me.
He could get a for a title run.
Yeah, but that's a long time to wait. That's a long time to wait from now until January is a very long time to wait. So
Roman Reigns waited 2.5 years.
How long did Rock wait? How long did Austin wait? How long did Triple H wait? How long did Michaels wait?
A lot of people waited a long ass fucking time, dude.
Yeah, but
not everybody's Randy Orton that wins at fucking 25 years old. Like,
no, I completely get that. I'm not saying that he won't. I'm not saying that he won't wait, but sometimes people get restless. And he's had a lot of close calls. He had a lot of pat on the backs as far as thank you for putting somebody over. Thank you for putting somebody over. Thank you for doing this for this person, whether they maintained it or not. I'm just saying
eventually
it does add up. You can be seen as the guy that's dependable. Of course, you can be seen as that guy by doing that. But he might be getting restless. And from now to January, it depends. Like it's not the worst thing because he's still in these big main event matches and he's still in these big pay-per-view matches. So it counts there. But he may be someone who gets restless. I don't know. You know what's funny? We completely disregarded Rey Mysterio.
He's not going to win it.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
No disrespect to Mysterio. Like, he put in his due. Like,
he's not going to be champion again.
He's in there to fill up the spot.
Which is crazy. There's many other people in there.
Side note, though, he definitely deserves the spot on wrestling's Mount Rushmore. He definitely does.
Oh, yes. He's the lucha. He's the lucha that goes up there.
Absolutely.
He's like, if it's wrestling styles, if there's a face for wrestling styles, it's him as a lucha. So, yeah.
Shout out to the WCW Cruiserweight division.
Oh, my God. Shout out to every Cruiserweight division. That matters.
Facts. Even now, like, if you look at at the 205 and you look at the Junior Heavyweight Championship in New Japan and all that shit. Yeah.
Oh, he's gone.
That's fine. And I figured that.
I knew that was going to happen. But speaking about New Japan, NXT's Cruiserweight division has taken their way of doing the brackets for the Cruiserweight title.
Surprising.
Because we've been saying we've wanted to see it for a while, and we finally see it. So I'm happy.
About like the Super J Cup?
Yes. As just the regular, well, not bracket, but the card. As far as everyone that's involved has to fight each other.
So pretty much everybody has a chance. Oh, you're talking about the fucking table.
Yes, the table is
round robin. Gotcha.
Yes. I don't know what to call that shit, but that's happening.
You see, they can't think of shit on their own, but whatever, that's fine.
That's what happens when no one really wants to fight and you can't do a regular style bracket at this time.
I ain't gonna lie though, like since 205 has been under Triple H's control, he's been doing a really good job.
I haven't watched. I thought 205 was done.
No, but I'm just saying, like, not 205.
Integrated into the
Cruiserweight division overall. Since he's taken over that division, like, the wrestling has been so much better.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
That's what happens when you get demoted and you go back to what you really want to do anyway.
It's almost like there's no restriction. So
pretty much. So I think that's it. Actually, gone over both pay-per-views. Eric left probably because the cops fucking came through and saw him in the car or something. But yeah.
They didn't give him no mask or water like they did in the village?
Oh, man.
That's what they went in the village?
Yeah, that's a topic for another day.
Man,
man. So we're not talking about AEW?
No, because this was just a preview thing.
Just making sure.
So, yeah, I mean, we could bring up AEW like next time.
Only thing I wanted to say was Lance Archer looks fucking amazing as, like, they're building him, but...
When has he?
No, but I mean, as far as the new big guy of AEW, like, they're doing the same. It's a lot better than they're doing with Wardlow because it's more consistent, and it's a lot better than they're doing with Brody Lee. But
none of them can touch what Lance Archer brings. I'm sorry. We've known this for a while.
Of course not. Of course not. Yeah. But I mean, as far as the promos and just the last 3 months between the promos and the matches that they're putting him in. Like, looks great.
Yeah, not surprised. Not surprised at all. Like, I would expect nothing less out of him. But yeah, thanks again for joining us. You can follow us on social media on Twitter at Pokes and Chokes, myself at _MrAlex25 Koola at NU_KEWLA, Tev at Anomalous Fringe. I always forget because they're always like just so. And Instagram Anomalous_Enigma. E just left, so Twitter is at World of Bando, and on Instagram is BK_Bando_90 or some shit like that.
That's exactly right.
Facebook.com/Pokes and Chokes, on Instagram at Poke Chokes Podcast. You can find a blooper that we put up there.
Yes, it's very funny. I love Shayna.
Shut the fuck up, dude. I specifically didn't put the name in there for a fucking reason.
Oh. I didn't hear that part. Either way, I love.
Yeah, shut the fuck up. Just fucking digging holes. He continues
I love
digging holes all the time.
I love man.
And you can listen to us on
Ruby
iTunes,
Riot,
Google, Spotify.
You didn't mute me, did you?
Stitcher, and no, I'm just ignoring you.
I know. And, I'm not ignoring me anymore.
So
I'm slow to understand this now.
You get it, right? Thank you. Yeah, thanks again for watching. Follow and subscribe and rate us on iTunes, and have a good one. Everybody stay safe and tip your whoever brings you your food and their groceries. Yeah.
Tip seamless.
Peace out, guys.
It's been real.
Really real.